You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Oh, that's right. I play the role of the Black Cat. I don't mind. This is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk, powered by Online Big Blue LLC. Want to talk about a couple of things today. Want to talk about the rookie meet and greet dinner that I went to on Tuesday. At the end of this video, I'm gonna play a bunch of videos from the dinner and some of the questions that were asked. I think some of the questions that were asked, some of the players that were there and everything that was there, it was very apropos, and some great answers as well. So I didn't want to kind of give it any context, because what I want to kind of do is just have people just listen to it and just see, and just kind of just get a feel and a vibe for what was going on. If you're listening to the podcast, you'll hear the audio. Of course, if you're listening to this on YouTube, stay tuned until after this. You will actually see the video. I just didn't have time to go on the camera today. So I wanted to talk about something real quick because it just makes me laugh. Because there's a certain segment of Giant fans that, of course, that are crazy, and anything that is put out about anything about Daniel Jones sends them all into a tizzy. And I just find it interesting that all I was seeing on Twitter the other day was Daniel Jones, one of the best deep ball passers in the league. He was ranked number 7 in the league in reference to deep ball passes by the venerable Pro Football Focus. How how much we love Pro Football Focus. Daniel Jones ranks 7th in the deep ball passing category. And I laugh because of the fact that if you actually look at this statistically, and you actually look at this and understand this, you kind of see where the lunacy is of this ranking. So Daniel Jones was ranked 7th out of 28 dropbacks. 2 touchdowns, which is 28th. His passing yards was on this list, deep ball passing yards, because his ranked out of the 32 quarterbacks, was 30th. His passer rating was 3rd, and his deep ball completion at 43.5% was 9th. And like I said, it was out of 28 dropbacks for 91.8. You're like, wow, that's 28 passes. Oh, that's great. And then you go through the list. Then you start seeing who's number 6. Okay, so let's see. So number 6 was Kenny Pickett. Number of dropbacks, 54. You go to the next. Number 5, Patrick Mahomes. Number of dropbacks, 77. You go again. Number of dropbacks is Tua at 61. You go again. The number of dropbacks is Tom Brady at 77. You go again. You go to Joe Burrows at 64, the number of dropbacks. And then you go to Geno Smith at 77 dropbacks. So Daniel Jones's ranking is out of 28 in total, when on average, if you take the top 6 and take the number of dropbacks, of course this would be on average, and you divide that by 6, the average number of dropbacks on this list for the top 6 is 68.3 dropbacks. To Daniel Jones is 28. So they have, on average, 40 more dropbacks than Daniel Jones did. This is like in baseball. Think about this for a second. This is like in baseball. When someone wins the batting title with only 250 at-bats. Now, there is a minimum of bats, not 250, but let's say someone has 580 bats, or let's just make it easy. Someone has 600 at bats, hits 312. And then someone comes in with 250 at bats and hits 344. That's crazy. They didn't really win the batting title because of the fact that they have less than half of the number of at bats as the next player. So looking at this list and anointing Daniel Jones as one of the best deep ball passers, and I heard it on the radio yesterday, it cracked me up too.
Daniel Jones is one of, if you look at it statistically from Pro Football Focus, because I love Pro Football Focus, he is one of the best deep balls in the entire game.
But put it in context. His percentage is 40 less passes than the top 6 guys. Then you go below him. Josh Allen, 83. Kirk Cousins, 72. Andy Dalton, 40, because Andy Dalton didn't play the entire season. The dangerous David Mills is at 11th with 76. And then you have the lower end people like 12, Matthew Stafford with 27, Dak Prescott 49. Of course, Stafford and Dak were both hurt. It's just amazing to me that you see this list and you're like, wow, look at that deep ball ranking. And honestly, you could take away some of those deep ball passes because they're not deeps. They were screens to people like Darius Slayton. I go back to the Texan game. It was a bad throw over the defender to Darius Slayton that Darius Slayton had to come back for and almost could have dropped and actually took it in for a touchdown. You could say a lot of things about Daniel Jones. You could see the improvement in the fact that he's not fumbling as much, but you have to also put things in context. When you are ranked 7th in the league and you have 40 less passes than the next people above you, that doesn't tell me you're one of the best deep ball throwers in the league. And if you look at the total number of yards, here's a good example. Justin Herbert was 14 on the list. And this is interesting because he had 28 passing yards as well. His deep ball, now 28, he's remember, Daniel Jones is 7th and he is 28th. Daniel Jones's total yardage was 359. At the same percentage of throws, Justin Herbert's deep ball yardage was 785. Daniel Jones threw 2 deep ball touchdowns to 7 in reference to Justin Herbert. So who has the better deep ball? Guys, put stuff in context. And like I said,
doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I truly feel like I'm taking crazy pills sometimes because of the fact that you listen and you watch this stuff and you just don't know where people's mindsets are. You don't understand what people are thinking. You understand, you want your quarterback to be the best quarterback around. You want your quarterback to be, head and shoulders above the rest. I get that. I 100% get that. But my problem is this. Put it in context. And you see all this stuff in Twitter when none of it's in context. It's just, well, he's got the best deep ball pass. And then I got attacked because of the fact that I pointed out that he only threw the ball 28 times and the next people above him on average threw the ball 68. So I went to the rookie dinner, the rookie meet and greet, which was a lot of fun. I had a blast there. And everyone, they're all great. They were really all great guys. They really are. I was really impressed with Big John. Same with Eric, and Mr. Banks as well. I was impressed with a whole lot of them. I think they gave a lot of good, succinct answers. I think I just think in general, the way they were either coached in college or their upbringing or what the Giants are working with them, it's just a fantastic situation for these guys to be here. And they really showed that they are truly in the right mindset. And I think that's wonderful. I think that's phenomenal. And like I said, they gave a lot of wonderful answers. I'm going to put a lot of these also up as shorts, but I wanted to play 4 of my favorites that I have here that I think kind of just sum up the day. And like I said, Big John was awesome. I was laughing because of the fact that I was saying that I was trying to figure out who I'm going to get a jersey from. And I think, who my 2023 jersey is going to be. It's going to be John. It's got to be because, like I said, he was a down to earth kid. He's a kid from Chicago. Played for the Golden Gophers. All 3 of them came in with the right attitude. They came in with the right mindset. You could tell even as rookies, they are high character guys, all 3 of them. And these are the type of guys that you want to see succeed. These are the type of guys that you want to have excel, within your organization. And I think John and I think Mr. Banks are going to be, I think they're going to be starters from day one. I even asked John, and I didn't get to videotape it. I asked John though. I said, I'm calling him John like I know him. I even asked him during the day. I said, hey, listen, you are probably going to be penciled in as the day one starter, and it's, And that, not only because where you were drafted, but because of the dearth at center the Giants have had over the last couple of years. How do you feel about, being that guy, coming in and being that guy? How are you preparing to start day one? And he basically gave the answer, I haven't been given the job yet. I haven't been won the job yet. I have to earn the job. I'm going to do everything I need to do, prepare mentally to be there, as the starter. But you know what? It's still really early. And no one's, I haven't been told anything, and I'm just here working and doing what I need to do to make myself better. And I thought, like I said, it was a great coached answer. I don't think it was a coached answer because honestly, on these forums, it's kind of hard to coach up these players up. But I think, like I said, I thought it was great. I thought it was exciting. So why don't you guys stay tuned here? We're gonna play, I think, like 4 or 5 clips. Like I said, if you are listening to this as vis-a-vis a podcast on iTunes or any place else, make sure you stay tuned because you'll hear the audio. But if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you stay tuned because you'll actually see the audio in the video. And again, this is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk, and I'm out of here.
Go ahead. I feel like it's been because when I was in college, I used to kind of do a little bit of that with my coach, just the one-on-one. We used to put the trash cans out there. So I feel like I'm real comfortable with it.
I mean, yeah. If you college season for an offensive lineman, I mean,
You're hitting right now.
you're hitting every day. So I mean, it's definitely getting adjusted to new things, and yeah.
What about for you?
For me, it was definitely a difference because when we go out there, remember the first walkthrough period, people are running, and Dave's just yelling, no running, no running. And, in spring practice in college, you're full speed, full pass every day, so it was definitely different.
Are you guys just talk about processing of information that's come your way and working with Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I mean, it's if you look at the whole playbook at once, it can be a lot. But if you take it one step at a time and just have that growth mindset and knowing that you're going to fail each and every day, and it's a process, and you just got to keep going along with it and getting around those teammates. And like I said before, it's a brotherhood here, and these guys are helping all our rookies out with the playbook, with just getting adjusted to this new environment. So, I mean, it's been very helpful, and looking to keep growing each and every day.
How does it make you feel? Everybody's going to be playing with you guys. It's a gaming world now.
That's a crazy thing. I tell my friends all the time, y'all better not play with nobody else. All the time they got all these different Madden leagues and everything. I say, whoever got the Giants, y'all better win.
I'm with you on that. I mean, just have friends or just hit you up and say, hey, it's you. So you better draft me. That's all I got to say.
I actually used to tell myself I'm being mad and always. Dave's my guy. I don't know. That's my guy. He's real close, real cool. He's a real funny dude too. Tell me something I don't know.
Just pay attention to practice. I'm just like I said, we want to be here a month. How many times you got yelled at? Yeah, I know. Me too. I mean, but he's a great coach. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. He's an offensive guru. He can sit in the back of that meeting and say, "We run it." Walk up to the